Hey again, welcome to Hands On Tech. We're going to try something. We'll take you along for the ride. Like and subscribe below. It's the only way. I don't actually have that many subscribers right now, but hopefully if I do, I'll bring a lot more content. And none of the stuff I do is actually paid, so it's all free. But anyway, hope you like it. All right, we're going to talk about this. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. This thing doesn't feed anymore. So the stick I have to try to push it back while I'm pulling the trigger. You can actually see that right there. See, there's no, there's nothing grabbing it. So inside of here is a claw foot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this thing apart and we're gonna see if we can figure that out. And I think I'll be able to 3D print the fix. So we're gonna try it. This is the DWHTGR50. So if that helps you, go for it. I've already pulled off this piece that goes on the front. And we're gonna pull out the screws, which takes a Phillips head screwdriver. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna grab one of my magnetic trays. And since my bench is cleaned up, I actually have those handy right here. And that's my labeler, by the way, too. Don't need that for this. But anyway, we're gonna pull these screws out of here and I'll show you what it looks like here in a second. All right, so all these screws around here came out really simple. They're a Phillips head screw. You see that? Check this out. I do not have that. That's a diamond kind of bits, kind of triangle. Honestly, I can't believe Dewalt did that, but they did. So I used this tiny little straight screwdriver that actually fits in that diamond. And in order to get it loosened up, I used a pair of vice grips around it right there. So anyway, that got that. Now what we got to do is I think we got to get this metal ring off the front, and then I think we can open this up. I might have to put that foot off the bottom. I'll let you know what I do here in a second. All right, so I was able to pry that ring off. I showed you just a little that little screwdriver I had actually. Now I'll open it up. So now it kind of popped open rather quickly here. So pretty simple. It's got a heater, obviously, for the glue stick to go into. And what I'm trying to figure out is why this isn't grabbing back here. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out what's going on with this mechanism right here. All right, so here's what I found. I pulled this thing apart. I was able to get that glue stick out by heating it up. And I pulled this piece, went here across that glue stick, kind of worked its way in, hooked to this trigger. This little piece inside is what the problem is. So looking at this, it's supposed to grab here with these teeth. It doesn't look like it's grabbing anymore. So I went to the 3D printer, and I'm gonna show you what I did. Yep, it's printing this little piece. Basically, what I did is I found someone had the same problem I did. So if you search Dewalt Glue Gun on your PCs, actually it's Bambu. And what I found when I did that, I went to this home button right up here, and I'll send you a link. Look at that, that's the glue gun. That little piece looks familiar, right? Look at this. See this? So the feet wear down evidently, and they just don't grab right. Funny that they made that out of plastic and it wears down. So anyway, this guy has this whole write-up on it. I'll put a link to his piece in there. It's called the Perfect Paw. And anyway, we'll see if it works, but there's what mine looks like. There's what his new one looks like. We'll see if this works. And as soon as the print finishes, by the way, it's a super fast print. This is the real advantage. Honestly, there it is on the screen. This is a real huge advantage of a 3D printer because you can actually print parts like this, design them and make them, and then fix your devices. So let all this cool down and I'll be back to you in a second. Okay, completed. Pull that piece out of there. It looks very similar. Obviously, okay, pull that piece out of there. I actually printed as 100% infill just to give it some extra strength. I'll be honest with you, it doesn't feel or look that much different It didn't feel or look that much different. It's a little different, obviously. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna put that in there, see if this will fix it. I gotta clean this up. And as you do with any print that comes off the printer, you do have to clean up the edges here a little bit. So let me do that. I need 2 hands for that, and then I'll be back. All right, pretty simple. I'm gonna try to put this on a tripod here and see what happens. Okay, we're gonna try to put this back together. Hopefully you can see how this is done, and hopefully I get it right the first time. So the claw goes up in here like this, and then as you pull the trigger forward, it should push the glue stick through. So the first thing I know, because I got it out this way, I've got to get this on here. There we go, like that, right? So that's that piece has got to be in there like that. Then you've got to put this through, and you ram this little pin I pushed out. It's just a push pin. If you're familiar with a building, I don't know, even gun parts or anything like that, they kind of all build the same way. So triggers do, at least. And push up through, get it lined up good. There you can see it's all the way through that side, all the way through this side. Now, there's a little spring here. So if you look through the back of the mechanism, it should push up like that to push the glue stick through. Same thing this one was doing, except this one has, these fins are wore down on it. So we're gonna try to put this back in there along with all the other stuff. But this thing was super hot a while ago. Just warm now. I think I can grab it. So let's see if we can put this back in. So first things first, I am going to push this in here, and it goes, I didn't really want to have to take it out this far, it just kind of popped out on me. There we go. And then this, I got to figure that out here. Comes across like that and turns. Now, before we get too far here, we want to put the front cone back on. Okay. So there you go, that front cone is about, oh, you can't see. Before we get too far here, we want to put this front cone back on like that, right? Now, we also, before we get too far, we want to fit this trigger back in. So the trigger goes in this hole. This wire really should go down on the other side here and under this trigger. So let's see if we can do this all in one fell swoop. So this spring hooks around this pin that's in there. Make sure that wire is on the other side of the trigger when you go to push it down into the hole there. I think it goes in that hole right there. So maybe we'll do, yep, put it in the hole first, and then we'll grab the spring. So use something to grab the spring, like a screwdriver or whatever. I don't know if that's gonna work. Getting this back together might be the biggest challenge. Okay, so it's got that. Now, this piece has to kind of go in here like that, and then there's a missing, there we go. This little ring needs to go in here like that. Now, we've got to try to fit these two pieces together. Okay. Now, okay, now, I think, here we go. I see a problem already. This All right, I'm gonna have to pull this back apart just slightly here. I actually think the issue is this is staying in there just fine. This is not staying in that slot very good. That's not staying where it needs to stay either. This wire is coming under just fine, but I'm actually wondering if it should be above the trigger for that wire. I don't believe so. I believe that should all go on this side, which makes me wonder if I should have rotated everything to this side of the All right, so as you can see, putting it back together is a little bit more of a challenge. So some of that has to do with trying to get the cord to stay. But I believe one of these cord pieces stay here like this, and one goes in the top piece. Okay, now let's get the mechanism back. Let's see here. Drop it in. That. Now, this shell's got to come across, and honestly, gotta fit into this side. All right, it's got it all back together, and I believe somehow I got the mechanism in backwards. Because watch what happens. If I can get this thing in there, and I can't, but watch what happens. It backs it out. So somehow I put that mechanism in wrong. So all that work we got to take apart. It gives me an opportunity though to take a look. Yeah, it was pretty good. But I believe this mechanism All right, I think you're still watching. I finally got that piece switched back around. A lot of not talking there, so I'll fast forward through all of that. So now it's just a matter of reassembling everything back. So let's put the foot on the bottom. There's that. Now, okay, let's put the trigger mechanism back in first. That's the trickiest one, I think. Where is that one? Right there. All right, so that one's gonna go back in first just to hold things together real quick. So, okay, there's that one. So now, let's get the ring around. I would say let's clean this up a little bit. All right. Before I put this, well, let's go put this on. Let's put this on. And then everything will be back to where it was. There we go. Now, let's plug this in for a minute. Give it just a few minutes here, because I actually had something that I wanted to do with this. Again, this is the old part. Is hot melt glue some magnets on here. So I'm gonna bring a couple magnets over and we're gonna see if this will work. Because what I found is, super glue doesn't work too well on PLA parts. I was kind of tired of dealing with my, I'm hoping that'll go through there. I don't know if that will or not, because that was the leftover piece. It is really grabbing now. It's not slipping. See that? You can see that. So hopefully that heats up here in a second. Yep, there we go. All right, so let's try this with a magnet here real quick. Don't need to be super hot, I don't think. I just need a dab of glue. And then one of these. See what happens. I'm hoping that'll stick enough and not pull off when I go to pull it off the piece, the toolbox. I actually just want it to stay on, honestly. Ideally, what you do with these is in the 3D printer, you have it paused so you can put embed these things. I haven't done that, honestly, on any project, but I'm gonna put a little bit around these to try to help. Extra grip. Okay. So as you can see, this glue gun is working better than new, honestly, seems like. So I'm gonna let this cool down. We're gonna see how this works. And what this is, this goes on the side of my, I think I showed you, toolbox over there. It's gonna hold and organize. So one of the things I've been really trying to do in my shop is organize. And so, oops, I touched it down here before it's dried. And so you can see this is a little 3D, I know that 3D piece I printed off. I'll put a link for this too. This actually was on my old Anycubic printer, and it did a good job. So anyway, I'm gonna try that in a second once it dries, and I'll show you the final product. All right, so all done. That worked great. Like I said, I'll put the file down below. I'll put you a link to that. I'm gonna unplug this hot melt glue gun, so I'm thinking about it. So 3D printed piece, 3D printer printed piece. Went in there, man, it works terrific now. Fixed it. This piece I hot melt glued on. You can see worked great right there. So yeah, happy. So like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you, and keep tuned for more content.